Guys, this is Braden. I'm really excited to bring our first official week lesson, and that's going to be the cross. And so what that's going to entail is our 4 white edge pieces that can be located around the cube. And how we're going to do that is we're going to line up the 2 different colors on each of those white edge pieces, with one of them being white always. And you guys can start with any side that is ideal for you guys, but I will be starting with the white side with the white center. And the reason why I'm starting with that is because that is a logo in the middle, and it's better to keep track of. All right, guys, to start off, we're first going to find our white edge piece. And to remind you guys, a white edge piece, for example, is like this. So it has at least one side that is white. And so edge piece has 2 sides, so one of those is white. So now we have to look at the other side and what the other color is. And that is orange, as you can see. So we need to line up this orange side of the edge piece with the proper center. So as you can see, you need to locate your center, whichever color that is, of your piece that you're trying to solve. So for example, here is the orange center right here. So what you need to do is match the orange side of the edge with the orange center. So I'm going to do that by rotating this down 1 to here in this example. Now, as you can see, the 2 oranges are lined up. But now you're probably wondering, how do we get the whites to match up with each other? Well, that's a quite simple fix. Since you already have it on the correct side and with the orange, you can just move this piece right here, this layer, up. And you see how that solves our first edge piece of the cross. And we're going to repeat that with all 4 steps. We're going to try and find another piece. Here's one right here. It's a white and a red piece right here. And so this is a white and red edge, and in order to do that, we need to move this to the red edge. Now there's a couple different ways to do this, but I'm gonna just show you guys a kind of simple way to do this. So as you can see, this red piece needs to match up with this red center. And in order to do that, you guys are probably wondering, how can we do this without messing up our previous edge that we've already solved? Well, that's quite a simple fix. Since this side can move without disturbing what we have already solved, we can now move this red piece over to our red center. And when we find a red center, we can rotate it over, and now both of the 2 reds match. Now, in order to put it up to the white center to match both the red and the white, in order to do that, we just need to move this up 1, so that way we can have both of them solved. So if I do 1 permutation of the left side, now we have 2 solved. Now, this is where it gets a little bit more tricky, because now when you have 2 of the edge pieces solved, you cannot mess these up in order to get your other ones done. Otherwise, if you do, then you must fix it right back. Okay, so now I'm going to find the 3rd edge piece for you guys. And if we look around our cube, we can see one. So we have a blue and white edge piece. Now you're probably wondering, how can we move that down without messing up the other edge pieces? Well, if the white is facing you and not on top, then you can do these simple moves. You can turn the front face clockwise once and move the right face down once. And I'm gonna get into more detail about the specific permutations and orientations that these represent, but for now we will not need any algorithm moves. But as you can see that we messed up one of our red pieces, our white and red edge pieces. So in order to do that, we must move this somehow out of the way and move that back up, so that way it can be undisturbed again. And in order to do that, we need to move this over to here, so that way it's closest to us. And we need to move this back up. And as you can see, we still have our 2 solved from before. Now this is an ideal place that you want to be in. The blue piece is facing you, and you have your white or whatever color you're trying to solve for the cross on top. So now you want to locate your center blue piece. So the blue side is right here. And now this is on the opposite side. So in order to do this, we just need to twist the bottom until we get the blues to match up with each other. And see, they're matching up right here. Now we just need to do what we did before and move the white up to here without disturbing these other 2. So neglect the back 2 layers and just move this up 2 like this. 1, 2. And that's going to give you your 3rd side. Now, one last side in order to be able to solve the cross, and that is right here. And that's our last edge piece that we need to focus on. This is our white and green edge piece. And in order to do that, we need to move this down out of the way somehow to not disturb the other 3. But if we do, we need to fix it immediately. So that's just like I've been saying, make sure it's towards you, move it down in such a way, but you're going to disturb your other ones, so you're going to have to move it right back. Move this over 1, move it out of the way, so that way we can move this face back up that we just interrupted. So when we move that back up, now we have our 3 solved. And this happens to be a great case to where when I did those 2 or so moves, that my greens line up with each other. As you can see, the green side of my last white edge piece lines up with the green center. And now, of course, in order to do that, make sure that you line up your whites and whites. And in order to do that, we need to rotate the front face 180 degrees. 1, 2. And as you guys can see, this is now the completed cross and what it looks like. So as you can see, we have our 4 different edge pieces, all belonging to the same color, that is white. But say you guys want to do the yellow, and I know some of you guys already know how to solve the cross and did the yellow. So you guys would have the yellow pieces, all 4 on top, lined up with their correct centers. But I did the white pieces, so this is white and red with the white and red, white and blue with the white and blue, and so on. And as you can see, that creates the cross. Thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate it. Email me. You guys have my email if you have any questions, and I'll be able to help you guys out. Send pictures of your Rubik's Cubes. Keep on digging and exploring, and just have fun with this, guys. It's going to be a great time, so enjoy.